All the world's a stage. That's a phrase that begins a famous monologue from William Shakespeare's As You Like It. And all the world is watching to see who you are. In John 4, we see Jesus interacting with a woman who's not living in the truth of who she is. He confronts her and he exposes the duplicity of her existence. He asks her for a drink and ends up using the opportunity to bring truth into her life. You see, the discussion turns to him as the answer for the deepest longings of humanity. But there must be a realization of who we are before we can embrace who he is. You see, this woman talked of worship, but her lifestyle did not reflect it. And Jesus exposes this dichotomy in her life by telling her past and present reality. It's a reality that she's trying to hide from everyone around her, trying to keep from the audience. You see, Jesus exposes that she's had 5 relationships in the past that have failed, and the man she's living with right now is not her husband. And he ends up taking this discussion and he turns it into what true worship means, because she looks at him and says, "You must be a prophet." But the time is coming, it has in fact come, when what you're called will not matter, and where you go to worship will not matter. But it's who you are and the way that you live that count before God. Your worship must engage your spirit in the pursuit of truth. You see, that's the kind of people the Father's looking for. Those who are simply and honestly themselves before Him in their worship. God is sheer being in itself, spirit. Those who worship Him must do it out of their very being, their spirits, their true selves, in adoration. So in your life, are you playing for what the audience wants? Or are you playing for the one who matters? We live so much of our life worried about what people think that it affects every area of our life. How are we perceived? What are they thinking? You see, Jesus breaks down what true worship is. People who are honestly and simply themselves before God in their worship. Are you being honest with yourself and God about who you really are and what motivates and drives you? If not, then you're just being religious. You see, honesty and truth are the starting point of change. Don't be so concerned with what other people think, because in this life, there's only one audience that matters. And it's the audience of one. So who are you playing to?